According to John Shannon, the Leafs met with Patrick Kane on Tuesday. I don't know why. I think he makes no sense. Maybe last year he did. They're looking for depth, but they're looking for defensemen. Last time I checked, Patrick Kane cannot play D. I don't think this is real. I think this is a perfect example of utilizing the market, utilizing Toronto, the fact that he's practicing in nearby Oakville, Ontario. That's it. That's all. I just don't see a fit here. Do you?
No, not at all. It doesn't make any sense. Even the way Kane played last year in the playoffs, right? Like, what did he was the liability half the time, especially when the game gets tighter and tighter. And not that Patrick Kane's, he's a legend and he's unbelievable, but this is the total wrong fit. They need to keep the puck out of their net and they need to defend better. It doesn't make any sense to me. I get there's the flair of who he is. He's a winner. He's won, but times have changed. The game's changed a lot. He's older. He's not the same Patrick Kane he was in Chicago. But I think it's just, who knows? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's just trying a strategic plan here to put pressure on other teams, but I think someone's going to need him. To me, it doesn't make sense, Toronto getting him.
Well, I think it's only it's interesting to me that Florida sounds interested, Buffalo sounds interested, Detroit sounds interested. Oh, wait, they're all in the Atlantic Division, right? Like, from day one, I haven't understood like why. And we all knew that Brad Treliving is connected to pretty much everything. I mean, that was the background on him in Calgary, and that holds true here so far in Toronto. Maybe take the call. It's Patrick Kane. He wants to talk to you, whatever. But imagine the public outcry if they go out and sign Patrick Kane. There's this whole salary cap thing. Unless this guy's taking league min, which I can't see, you need D. Imagine the outcry if they went out and got another offensive guy when they need guys like Tanev and Zadorov. Like they need their cap space right now.
No, 100%. It doesn't make sense in any way, but who knows though, right? Like, obviously this Atlantic Division is stacked. Everyone is trying to be strategic with it. Like, the Sabres just lost Thompson for a significant amount of time last night. That's a big hole offensively because he was tied there too. Yeah. So does that change him? Not playing with Tage Thompson makes a big difference, right? He's a guy that Kane can feed and score in the back of the net. Like, where does he fit with the Leafs? Like, where do you put him? Like, you have Marner who wants to have the puck on his stick at all times. Nylander, like, it's just a tricky dynamic, and I feel like it's going to go over every team, but it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Unless, like, again, Nick Robertson's been a great story. Bobby McMahon's been a great story. You're not getting Patrick Kane to play in your bottom six. Matthew Nyes has been awesome with Matthews and Marner. So I look at Tyler Bertuzzi, who you signed for what, $5 million, and he's going to be on your third line when the third line's buzzing around right now. I know that can change because you got Robertson, Domi, and Yarncroke on that third line. Again, I just do not see the fit. I've been trying to weigh pros and cons the last couple of days when the Leafs were connected to Patrick Kane. I just think you would have to do much, A, from a cap point of view to make this happen, and B, I just don't see a logical fit on that roster. So I just want to put that conversation to bed because to me, the cons very, very outweigh the pros.
No, I agree. And it's just tough to see that lineup and see like where he fits, right? Like, he's not going to play hard minutes in your D zone, right? Like, he's not going out to block shots. He wants fluff. He wants to play. He wants to be open and
power play.
Right. And that's just, it's already clogged up. There's just there's only so many seats at the table, right? It's one of those things where you need those guys that are like Swiss Army knives. If you want somebody that can, like, okay, Marner's out for 2 weeks, we can slide this guy up. That's why I love Yarncroc, because I feel like Yarncroc can slide up and down the lineup and he can do his job. He's skilled enough to play in the power play, but he's good enough to play in the D zone. And that's the guys you need when it comes to the playoffs. It's the same thing over and over again, right? We're going to need guys that are going to be good in the playoffs. And Kane is good in the playoffs in his own right, but it's already stacked. The deck is already stacked in their favor offensively. So it'll be interesting. I think this is just fluff, but who knows? Only time will tell here. I love how he's just holding everyone hostage too, eh?
Yeah, probably that's the case too. But like, unless like they move Nylander up the middle and have him as the 3C, which again doesn't make sense. We got a sample size of that in training camp. It just didn't look the same. And the way Willie's, playing right now, I don't think you want to fuck with that chem either. So again, I think it's a pipe dream. It was a pipe dream last year. I think it's a pipe dream right now for Patrick Kane to be a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Roseau. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.